different with you, and it's my easy London Fog Latte recipe. I shared this on Instagram in my stories a few days ago, and I had a lot of interest into how to make it, so I thought I'd throw it into a video format with a little blog post so it's easy to remember and save. So I fell in love with London Fog Lattes a while ago, like probably 5 or 6 years ago. And while I used to take the time to steam the milk and create basically the latte, over time my life's got a little busier, and so the process has condensed. So I have a few tips and tricks I'd like to share with you so you can enjoy one very quickly, no matter what time of day it is. Because I'm an avid coffee drinker, this is quite the reduction in caffeine, so I even enjoy this in the evening or just as a nice wake up before I want to have my cup of coffee. For my milk or cream of choice today, I'm using fat-free half and half. However, it would work great with coconut cream, coconut milk, almond milk, hemp milk, whatever you choose to use in your home, this will work great with. I'm also using an Earl Grey that is just the standard store brand Earl Grey from my grocery store. Again, you could spruce it up a little bit. If you have a favorite Earl Grey or favorite black tea, make sure to use that. And because this is lavender scented, I'll be using a Monin lavender sugar syrup. I love this syrup because it's a pure sugar syrup. It doesn't have any high fructose corn syrup or anything in it. So it has more that like pure sugar taste and not that like super sweet taste, if that makes sense to you. But this works great with vanilla bean syrup, maple syrup. Even if you want to go with some type of cinnamon syrup, it'll be wonderful. So again, if you have something else at home, be sure to use that. But I will give links in the down bar of all the products I'm using, where you can find them, and also I'll put a link to the blog post so it has it all the amounts all listed for you as a recipe, so it's easy to replicate if you're not the kind of person who just watches a video and remembers, because I'm not that kind of person. Anyways, let's get into the video. I'm so glad you're here, and let me know if you try the recipe and if you like it. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to show you the mug I'm going to use. It's about a 10-ounce mug. Really, this recipe can be scaled for any size drink you'd like to make. This is the Earl Grey black tea I'm using, and this private selection is the house brand at my local grocery store. So I'm just going to unwrap the tea bag and I'm going to place it in the empty mug. Now, the reason I don't have to use steamed milk in this recipe is because I'm going to basically cold steep or cold infuse the tea into my milk of choice. This kind of gets the flavors awakened a little bit, and it helps to infuse a lot of flavor into the cream. Whereas obviously if you're using steamed milk, the heat would extract the flavor. So that's going to be the main difference in this recipe. Also, what this means is I don't have to heat milk and I don't have to dirty any extra dishes. So I'm going to put about 1.5 tablespoons of my fat-free half and half on top of the tea bag. And like I said in the intro, you can use any milk or cream you want. Really, if you have a thicker consistency, I think you're going to get a better result. So probably more of a coconut cream versus a rice milk. But basically, I'm going to swirl this in the cream, and then I'm just going to let this sit and steep, or well, basically infuse, for about 3 to 4 minutes. It was enough time for me to go empty the dishwasher and then come back. So I'm going to set this here. Okay, so now we're back to our cup. It's been sitting for a few minutes, and you can't really tell on camera. It's kind of deepened the color of the cream a little bit, almost like more of just the actual cream color versus the white. It's not going to have a drastic change. This is the Monin syrup I was talking about in the intro. This is the lavender version. I purchased this at my local restaurant supply store, but you can buy it on Amazon. You can buy it multiple places. I'll put some links in the down bar for where you can find these syrups. I like lavender. I'm always a fan of like botanical and floral flavors. I'm going to put a teaspoon of the lavender syrup into the infused cream. But again, you can use any flavor you choose for this. I recently made it with some fresh pure maple syrup, and it was amazing. So play around with the flavors. And really, you could even just use some sugar in the raw or some simple syrup if you don't want the added flavor and you just want the sweetness as well. So now I'm going to grab my kettle, and I'm going to just pour hot water over the tea bag and the cream mixture with the syrup. And basically, you'll see the color start to come from the tea bag immediately because we've already dampened all the tea leaves with the cream. And it turns this beautiful swirled color. And I'm going to leave the tea bag in for usually about like 3 to 4 minutes, and then I'll remove it before enjoying. But I'm going to show you the color of how it's looking. And yeah, that's my simple, easy Lavender London Fog Latte, and I hope you enjoy it and try it out. Let me know in the comments how it worked for you. If you played around with the recipe, I'd love to know any flavor combinations you used, especially if you played with some non-dairy milks. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. Have a great day, guys.